Hey, it's Chuck, and I'm back out in the shop. It's 2020. It's a brand new decade, and it's a brand new year. And I got my first order in from Northland Tackle. It's an unboxing. I got a new hat. It kind of looks like the old one. Well, when I find one I like, I usually grab an extra one or two. I love the knit caps. Ice fishing gets cold. I get to keep the bill, I get the extra insulation, and I'm good to go. Here's a look at some of the stuff. First thing I'm going to talk about, though, is the blanks from the Rippin shads. Now, this happened for the first time back in, I'm going to say August, late July. Plenty of time for me to get my first two orders in of the 5/8, so I had them for my tournament in October. Awesome. And listen to this. They're loud. This is what some of the factory colors look like. I got a guy. I should be Italian. Look, those are some of the custom colors I've got. Chartreuse Wonderbread, Purple Perch. I got Icarus over there. This next tray has the Chrome Red that is a factory color, but I still got Fruit Loops and Huff Daddy. Now, who paints those for me? Dave Domka. I'm in Southeast Michigan, so Domka Outdoors is my local go-to guy. He's really reasonable. As long as the treble hooks and the stuff is off, he doesn't charge you a whole lot. This order, I went smaller. Sure, I got another pack of the big ones because God knows I like the big ones. But this is the 2-inch 3/8. These are going to be my ice fishing ones. I love lipless rattle cranks when it comes to ice fishing. Now I get to go back and say, Dave, I need this, 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 and that. He's going to go, Chuck, okay. And I'll be happy, he'll be happy, and everybody that sees this is going to be really happy when they find out just what kind of a great job he does. Stick for ice fishing for just a little bit. This is the Macho Minnow. It's not a new lure. It's kind of old. It's got a classic design. When it drops, it kind of slips and slides in the water column. And it's got a little metal. Boy, those hooks are sharp. It's got a little metal flapper on it, which will clank against the main hook. This is new. Again, kind of about the same time, maybe a little bit earlier than the blanks of the Rippin shads. But this is the stand-up fireball jig. What am I going to do with that? Well, it stands up. I'm going to put a minnow on that, put it on a dead stick. I'm going to put it on my jaw jacker. And when a walleye hits that on Saginaw Bay or Lake Erie, I'm going to have the tension a little bit set just a little bit higher. So I know he's got it and I know he's walking off with it, and then it'll jack it. Or I get to set the hook. Two things I got for open water. Just to start out with, because it's only January. Look at that. The Whistler jig. It's not new. It's kind of classic. But it's 1 ounce. Now, I've been using 3/4 ounce Whistlers in the Detroit River on the Michigan Walleye Tour for a couple of years. And you know, they were a classic. They've got that prop. When you lift up and you drop, the prop spins and it slows the presentation down on the way down. Adds a little vibration, a little extra flash from the metallic blade. It's a go-to. Guys in the boat would go, Chuck, I want to use some of the 3/4. And I said, no. And they said, no. I said, yeah, I only got so many of these buggers left, and you guys keeps getting snagged up. So now they get the 1 ounce they get the feel of the bottom, they get to lift up right away, and they don't get snagged. Notice I keep doing that. All right, this is a swivel head jig. This is for a pet project that I'm going to be testing out on the Saginaw River, whether it's this spring or later in the fall in October. All right. So I'm going to go back to the Rippin shads before I close out tonight. Now, this is one of Dave's. I told you the guy that painted these for me is Dave Domka from Domka Outdoors. He's over in La Pleasance. You can Google him. This is his, I'm going to say it's his signature color. If somebody says Huff Daddy, they know Dave painted it. So what am I going to do with this lure? Well, it's too big for ice fishing. And we love jigging in the spring on Lake Erie. There's two ways to jig. Two most common ways. One is with a hair jig, which everybody that knows me knows I tie my own. I love doing that, and I love using the powder paints. The other way is with a blade bait. Now, a blade bait will go, you can feel it. You get a workout. By the end of the day, your forearm is just thumping. Well, so's the bait when you lift it. That's why you get that workout. But it's the vibration that calls in the fish. Now, just imagine you're doing the same thing with these lipless cranks, the Rippin shads. You're doing the exact same thing, except now you're adding vibration. So you're going, you got dirty water. That's the spring. You can't get around it. Not too often do we find really clear water, especially on Lake Erie. But now you're vibrating, and you're making noise. This is going to be a game changer. It's going to be huge. So, next time, Jiffy, and maybe we'll get some stuff done from the Ultimate Fishing Show in Novi. Talk to you soon.